Right, yes, hello and welcome back to Free Vinyl Discovery. Today we've got a slightly different format because I'm not talking about an album as such. I'm talking about a compilation. Not my ideal listening experience really. I prefer to listen to an album just because I think a compilation is just trying to pick the best parts. I mean, obviously. I'm not happy with that. I want to see a lot more sort of variety. I like a bit of a hit and miss listening experience because I think it makes it a little bit interesting. Unless, of course, it's all hits in an album and that artist has really excelled. But here we've got songs by a man who is not really in my umbrella of musical enjoyment, but not a bad chap at all. His name's George Benson. Very soulful singer, sings a lot of love songs. Big favourite of my mum, and that's why I ended up listening to this, because she's a fan of George Benson. So one day I had her round and I was like, should we put on some music? And I picked this. So that's got this one out of the way relatively early. But despite the fact that he's not really my cup of tea really, there's some really fun songs on it. It opens up with Give Me the Night, Lady Love Me and Love X Love, Love Times Love, presumably, I don't know. They're really fun. Good listening experience on the A side. The rest of it was a little bit forgettable, let's say that, on the A side at least. But those first three songs were a lot of fun to listen to, and it turns out I knew Lady Love Me already. I knew Give Me the Night, I knew it. So that was good. I also knew the first song on the B side, Never Get Up on a Good Thing, and also In Your Eyes, which is a sweet song. George Benson is not bad at all. He's pretty good, really. It's just not my cup of tea, necessarily. I tend to listen to pop and rock rather than this sort of soft sound. But I can definitely see that he is very good for what he does. And I did really enjoy listening to it. But of course, it's a compilation. It's not an album. It's not something I would pick. I have been guilty of picking compilations of artists that I really like. I'm pretty sure the only one, though, that I have actually done that with is Talk Talk, but I'm sure that there's a paper trail where you could prove me wrong on that. But even so, good fun listening to this. It's one of those albums that kind of just passed me by. But I could probably put it on again and have it on and come out of it not having a bad taste in my mouth. So as far as a compilation album of an artist you're not really bothered about goes, I think that's a pretty good review. Are you more of a fan of George Benson than I am? Let me know in the comments. This one's going to be slightly shorter because I haven't really got much to say. I don't know that much about George Benson. I'd be really pleased to hear about George Benson, though, if you please let me know if you've got a slightly closer connection to this artist. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and join me next week for a return to form with an album. That was rubbish. No one's going to want to watch that.